Yes, it is. It is in progress. I'm not holding the mic anymore. I'm tired of that stuff, bro. Oh, I got tired of that. So, and that's been going on for like a solid 2 months now. Like every time,
Yeah.
like whatever.
What
Uh,
happened?
I don't know. I was recording a song today, and I didn't feel like taking this off. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I didn't feel like, I don't feel like holding it anymore.
Does your arm feel stronger?
It
Like
does
when
feel,
you, yeah.
yeah, it does, yeah.
Like
Because I'm over
Goku.
here.
When Goku had the leg weights on and he took them off and he could move faster. You
Yeah.
think you
Oh,
can? You think you can do something faster than your legs?
yes. Yo, relax, chill out.
Like Rock Lee when he took off the leg weights.
Yo, what? That scene was hard, bro.
That's what
Like,
Marcus is
oh,
doing.
bro.
Let me find out you Rock Lee, bro.
Yeah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is, man. This is the Patreon episode 29.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Patreon episode 29, man. You know what it is. We're back. Shit. We had some topics. Kinda, you know what I'm saying? We always try to make it a point to do something the night before to put some stuff in the note, but we always do the good old last minute stuff. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
Because we know how to pull it out, okay?
Yeah.
That's what she
Well,
said.
okay.
Yeah. Relax. I'm sorry.
What is that?
What
is that?
I don't know, bro.
You know how to pull it out?
Yeah, right? That works.
They don't work for us. That might work for you. Yeah, what's up? I'm Marcus, and I know how to pull it out.
Yeah, hi, Marcus. But yeah, man. So we're here. Episode 29, bro. Yeah, we're out here. I'm a little tired.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Usually the Energizer Bunny, and today you coming in like I don't know.
Yeah, man. We was doing a lot of work yesterday, man, to prepare our house for all the stuff going on, and we're still doing that right now as we speak. So we kind of, you know, what I'm saying,
Marcus hit them with the, hey, man, I gotta head up out of here. I got this podcast to do.
I asked him, I was like, hey, look, we got the show. Is that okay? Do you need me right now? Like, no, you're good. Go ahead, do the show. Okay. Bro, out of there, bro. Not feel like doing anything yet.
Marcus's cousin downstairs like, we don't even really care about that damn podcast. We get down here, you better get down here and fold these blankets.
For real, bro. Shit, man. What's the deal, bro? What is the deal, bro? What's going on?
Man, nothing much. I was corrected. Shout out to Tusalus. I guess that
yeah.
He hit me up and he said, "Hey, man, I don't know if New Zealand's gonna get on you, but it's actually Oscar Kitely, not Oscar Knightley, right?"
Yeah, well, for the joke, I mean, it worked well for the joke. It was funny.
But I mean, hey, shout out to Oscar Kitely. Yeah. There's nothing funny to put behind Marcus to joke with that name. So we're gonna call him Oscar Knightley from here on out.
Yeah, depending on how good Next Goal Wins is too. Bro.
Yeah. You know what's funny is now that makes sense because when I was posting the videos on Instagram and TikTok, I try to use the hashtags, and when I was hashtagging Oscar Knightley, it was like less than 100 posts, and I was like, this dude is like, he's like a staple in Samoan movies from New Zealand. Like, why would nobody be hashtagging his name? But I guess, I guess they were hashtagging the right name, not the wrong name. So. I was like, oh, maybe TikTok. I was like, TikTok, they deal more with hashtags. They're really more hashtag centered at TikTok more than Instagram. So I went on TikTok and the same thing. It's like less than 100 results. It's just like, hey, y'all,
something's going on here.
Y'all are disrespectful. Yeah, like, y'all don't want to tag my bro. Like, what the hell? And then come to find out, I'm the disrespectful one because I was told the wrong name by another disrespectful co-host. So.
Yeah. Yo, what?
Yeah, so shout out to Oscar Kitely.
Yeah, shout out to Oscar Kitely, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Pasefika movie starter kits. I was listening to the episode the other day and I told myself, I paused it when y'all started getting into the real, after the intros. And I was like, I want to watch this before I listen to this so that I could get what y'all talking about, what y'all referencing, because I haven't seen it yet. So then last night, I put it on and God damn.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, I couldn't watch it. I stopped.
Yeah.
After she got beat up, I turned it off. I said, I don't want to watch this. I I think the movie I think it served the purpose, especially back then, because I don't know how I'm sure domestic violence was a thing, but I don't know how like how on Front Street it was. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure at the time it was like it was a big deal, and it still
Right.
is a big deal. The reviews look nice, I mean, everybody's spoken highly of this movie, and
Mm-hmm.
but me personally, bro, I turned on the movie and the girl started getting beat up, and I was just like, oh, and then the girl got beat up, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't watch movies. Like, I kind of do stuff while I'm watching it. So I was like on my phone writing stuff and I'm watching it, whatever, whatever. And I look up after she got beat up and I thought it was her. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she's cool now, whatever. But it was actually the daughter. Like
Okay.
the daughter that kind of looked like I knew it was a girl, but I just forgot what she looked like because I'm not
Right.
looking at the screen. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the daughter and I'm like, oh, time has passed. And then they go to the girl with her face, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
I said, nah. I turned it off. I was
Yeah,
like,
bro.
nah, no, I'm
And
cool.
just to throw this out there, man, it only gets crazier from there. Like if
No,
you couldn't handle
I,
that, yeah, if you
I,
can't if you couldn't take that, bro, there's more that happens later on in the movie where you're just like, dude, why did I even get this far?
yeah, no, I'm gonna listen to your podcast instead of
Yeah.
watching it. I wanted to do the other way, but I'm for sure not finishing that movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like, I get it. I know some people might need to watch something like that for it to resonate with you,
Hmm.
but I understand.
Yeah.
I get I don't need to see it to get it,
Yeah.
So yeah, I tried. I tried, man.
Hey,
I
nah, I
tried.
know, I hear you, bro. I
Nah,
hear
we go.
you.
I'll watch you on this wedding before y'all put it out, though. I'll do something like that.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm not. Nah, I don't know how. Hey, salute to y'all.
Man,
Y'all,
what?
y'all some soldiers.
Yes, bro.
Y'all
We were
some
just
thugs.
it was just like you're just sitting there watching it like this, like
Yeah, it bring
no.
it bring too much. Up. Like, I seen that as a kid, not directly in my family, but I seen situations like that at parties, at
Mhm.
functions, and and so I was like,
Hey,
nah, I'm trying to forget them days.
yeah, no, it's definitely not for everybody, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
Rena Owen. Shout out to that, shout out to Rena Owen for showing love to the pod. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah, no, Once We're Warriors, I feel like it was the best choice. Is like the most iconic movie
and
so far.
also for
But,
people who haven't seen these movies that y'all are referencing, like
mhm.
people, that's a great place to start because it only gets lighter.
Yeah.
Like, it would suck if you started with something like a comedy and then you go into that and they're just like, whoa. But if you
Yeah,
started off with that, you set the tone, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, everything else is easier to watch. Oh yeah, for
right.
sure. We can get, so
Yeah, we got that out the way. We got the darkness
yeah,
out the way. So it's
for
like, all right,
real.
it's cool. It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
man.
shout out to Once the Warriors. I'm sure I'm sure you're a great movie.
Yeah.
I will never know firsthand, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the advice. I'm gonna heed to the words of the people that say there's a great movie. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man.
How about you, bro? What's going on in your life, dog?
So, things have been going on over here, or whatever. We've been preparing our house for stuff, and yesterday, yesterday we had to clear out some fucking rubble and bricks, right?
Uh,
Because
Rebel.
last yeah rubble, rubble, right? So last month or maybe a month and a half ago, some fucking idiot, I don't know, maybe he was drunk or whatever, but some idiot ran into this brick wall that's right outside on our driveway, right? And it's just been a pile of bricks just chilling in our driveway for a solid month and a half. So yesterday we had to go and clear that shit out and put cement in. The job's still not done, but I've been thinking about that this entire time. Like, how the fuck? And we seen tire tracks, bro. I felt like, I was in Scooby Doo and shit. Like, I'm over here trying to figure shit out. Like, look at the tire tracks lead into
Wait,
the
wait, you
into the
didn't
brick
know?
wall.
You didn't find out who did it?
No, none of us found out who did it.
The car was gone too.
The car was gone too. Whoever did it just went, smashed into our shit, and just got the hell out of there, bro. I was like, dude, what the hell? And I seen faint tire tracks leading
Yeah.
into the thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wait,
bro,
what? I didn't know that. When you told me earlier, I thought because you said he was drunk, so I figured it was a drunk guy that hit it and bounced.
yeah. Well, I mean, I assumed it was a drunk guy who hit it and bounced, but no,
Mm,
we don't truly know who it was. And
that's
so,
that. And so, like, with that situation, right?
mhm.
y'all just have to replace it? Like there ain't no, is there insurance or like what
I don't
happens?
know how. I honestly don't know how that works, and I don't think there is insurance, and I don't know if I don't think the city takes care of it because it's not past the line. And I think if it was like past the line that the city, you know what I'm saying, that we have to pay for that ourselves out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I truly don't know how that works, but shout out to the city of Carson. You're not helping a goddamn thing. All right, Mauso went and got the material himself and did it yesterday. Okay.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I mean he didn't pay anything out of pocket, but I'm just saying. He had to go and do the work. You know what I mean? So now we have to pay for the crimes that some idiot fucking did,
Hey,
which is bullshit.
you ever did a hit and run?
No.
Damn. I thought I for sure thought you was one of the ones.
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
Me and my cousin.
Oh no. No, what? You and your cousin what?
Me and my cousin, we was in Fresno for the weekend, right? And I forgot why we went. I think we went for, I don't know. We was in Fresno though. And after a long night of partying, they was partying. I went to sleep. At 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, I locked one of the rooms down.
Oh shit.
In the homie's house that we was in, or the apartment. 10 o'clock, bro. They was chilling, drinks, women, whatever. At 10 o'clock, I was like, I'm tired. And I ain't trying to get she-unit in front of nobody. I went into the room, I locked the door. I said, hey man, we in here. And I locked the door. They thought I was in there by myself and they knocked out. But we was over there after, the next morning, my cousin was a little hungover, whatever. We went to go get some jacks. And when we was there, we was like in traffic. And this fool was leaning over to get the aux cord because I was like, hey, where the aux cord at? He was like, it's right in there. And I couldn't find it. I couldn't see it. I was like, where's it at? So he was like, it's right here. So he leans over to get the aux cord for me. And when he leans over, he just goes straight into the car in front of us. Oh. And it's like, old white lady. This was like, oh shoot. And we in traffic. Like we can't go nowhere. There's a hell of traffic, right? So then the lady's looking at us in the rear view. She's like, pull over. My cousin's like, yeah, we're gonna pull over. So then she gets into the turning lane. I think we got into the turn lane first. Then she hopped in front of us, and then she goes to turn. And right when she turns, my cousin hopped in. Oh no! He took off. We start hitting corners in the residential area like we was on the run for the FBI. It was an old white lady from Fresno. We was on there running for our lives. That one looked at me like, damn, cuz I ain't never taking you nowhere. I said, bruh.
Oh, it's my fault. I said, like, you couldn't find your damn aux cord, bro. What the hell?
Then you said that you wanted me to be the DJ. I can't find the aux cord. What I'm gonna do? You hired me for this job. I didn't come to you, That fool, he was hella mad. He's like, damn, cuz. I'm like, man, he was hella mad. We hopped out the car in front of somebody's house and we looked at it because it was his older brother's rental.
Oh,
so we wasn't supposed to take the car, but we did. And then we was looking at the car. It was fine, but we kept looking around like that white lady finna pop up on us.
Yeah. And the closest thing to a hit and run that we had, it doesn't count because we hit a fucking deer, bro. We hit a deer in San Antonio, bro.
You messed up.
Yeah. So, bro, it was like, I think it was at nighttime, bro, and we were coming back from, I think, Jack's too, like some kind of fast food. We was coming back to the Uso house, bro. And then I swear to God, the road was empty, bro. Like it just looked empty as hell, and it was dark. So we were like, all right, cool. We're about to make it home.
100 miles per hour?
No, we weren't going 100 miles per hour. We were going at least like 30 or 40, bro. We was going like, all right, cool. We about to be home. And then just out of nowhere, bro, the freaking deer, like, oh shit. Both of us hit it, bro. Both of us, oh shit. Hit that fool right in the antlers, dog. Like in the face and the antlers, and then just, you know what I'm saying? And like, we stopped. And then we just kept going, bro. We didn't check on the deer, but it was still alive. We didn't run it over. It just got stunned. You know what I'm saying?
Just standing there?
Yeah.
What if that fool was decapitated?
It wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't that fool was decapitated. It wasn't.
Gave the deer CTE and didn't even
chill out, bro.
You didn't want to give him a burger or something? You didn't feel bad about that? Marcus had 12 burgers, 6 tacos, and 2 churro stick orders. Hit a deer, didn't even want to give him none.
Hell nah, bro. Hell nah.
Who was driving? Was it you or him? Because the way you told the story, you wasn't
was
trying
him.
to spec. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
it was him. It was
I thought
him.
I thought
the
it was
passenger.
you, and you just wasn't trying to incriminate yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, neither of us were trying to, you know what I'm saying, check out that deer for help. So we were just trying to get home and eat. So,
Did it damage the car?
Nah, not at all.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't too bad. So yeah, we survived. The deer survived. So we're
Bruh,
okay.
you going 30 and 40. You could have it ain't that hard to maneuver out the way or something.
Bro, it was so sudden because it was so empty. No, the road was
sudden?
so dark. Bro, I'm telling you.
Y'all didn't have your lights on?
We did have the lights on, bro, but like, dog, it was so like it just came out of nowhere, dog. It just came out of nowhere. If I said that it stood there, it didn't, bro. It literally came into view of the light at the last second, and then just fucking, you know what I'm saying? It was like, bro.
Funny? You know what's funny? That deer is probably at home right now telling his homies, like, bro, the car came out of nowhere. I've been standing there.
What? Yeah, for real. The deer telling his homies, bro. This is like 10 years ago. It's probably dead now.
Nah, the deer's still alive. He got a cracked antler. He got a cracked antler, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, walking with a fucking walking stick and shit now. Like, bro. I remember that time.
He uses his broken antler as a walking stick.
Yeah.
He telling the stories like that dude from Nemo. Remember the dude in the fish tank with the scar on his face?
Oh yeah.
That's what he is. Man, shout out to the deer, man.
Yeah, shout out to the deer. Don't shout out to us. We survived. We could have died that night.
This fool, man. Yo, don't get into. Actually, Marcus is a good driver. I remember when I was down south, man. Shout out to Sonic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, shout out to The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my uncle. He got a brand new wax museum statue. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have been taking pictures at the unveiling and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of back and forth going on about that wax statue.
About what? Like what the hell's the discourse on that?
He looked like Lex Luthor. He don't look Samoan black. He literally looks like he got a bag of kryptonite and he about to head to the Daily Planet and sock Clark Kent in the face. That's what it is.
He said he looks like Lex Luthor, man. I know, he does look hella light, bro. They fuck up a lot of wax statues over there, bro.
You think they do it on purpose?
Do they
like this is a part of like the revisionist history where they're trying to make all of our greatest people whiter? You know what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah, the colonial mindset, bro.
Yeah,
trying to take from our people and shit.
Like he's ours. He's literally ours. Like, but the way history, like in 100 or 1,000 years, when everything is dead and gone, and then people come rise up from the ashes, and they find this wax museum. They're like, wow, look at this guy. This great white man.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, a god among men, bro. He was Black Adam.
He was a white man who was Black Adam. That's what they're gonna remember in 1,000 years, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know about all that, but they definitely need to hire some new artists because they've been fucking up a lot of statues, bro. Like I see the Nicki Minaj one, like, bro, who is that? And then the Ariana Grande one, I was like, dog, what? Who?
Ariana Grande is white. They can have her.
No, it's not. No, it's not the skin tone. It's the face. Like they don't look that good. But,
okay, so if the face don't look good, that just means the sculptor person sucks.
Right.
But you don't have to be good to get a color right. Like, just add more. Like, what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Y'all run out of black ink? I don't know. Yeah. So did you see the video, the pictures?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. He looks crazy. That fool is looking crazy. They got him looking great. And it doesn't help that they have hella lights, to showcase it. So he looks even brighter, bro. Yep. Like he looks like a big ghost. So it's like, oh,
hey,
shit.
You know what? We should go over there. And when we go in, we should bring some of that spray on wax. the spray on tan. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey, man, look at that. You know what I'm saying? We'll just match it up. We'll match it up.
The Rock looks orange now. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I think they trying to set something up for 1,000 years, bro.
Yeah.
You know? I think it might be a thing. They trying to...
So we're just gonna assume Dwayne the Rock Johnson statue is gonna be the last one standing out of everyone else's.
Yeah,
all the statues were destroyed in the Great War, except Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
In the Great War,
the Great War, bruh. The time of the Great War, all these statues were destroyed except Dwayne the Rock Johnson's, bro.
Hey, have the Rock tell it. That is exactly how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
The whole building was demolished with only one thing standing: Dwayne the Rock Johnson's wax museum statue. It was 1,000 degrees and the wax didn't melt.
Yeah.
The nuclear bomb hit directly upon the wax museum. And look what was left. A strong white man.
The strongest white man.
The strongest white man to ever live.
Bro.
Hey, you know what I learned in another podcast? I forgot what podcast it was, but that fool George Washington was that fool would have been in the NBA if he was alive.
Hey, what are you saying to me right now, bro?
He was like 6'4". George Washington was 6'4", bro.
I was thinking something completely different, bro. I thought you were gonna say he was like black actually, but they fucking painted him white. I was like, wait, hold the fuck up, bro. Hold on, bro. How much revisionist history is there where they just fucking make George Washington white as snow, but he was actually a black man, the first president of the United States? I was like, wait a minute, bro. This guy was talking about he's 6'4". Yeah, why do I feel like all the presidents before, like, you know, in our lifetime was like 5'3"?
Hey, I don't. First of all, we're not going to get over that. I mentioned the NBA. You talk about black.
Look, I know that's on me. That's on me.
That's on me. You wild. No, he was 6'4", and the reason why they chose him to be the first president was because this fool used to be. He used to come to the town meetings or whatever meetings they used to have with all the leaders of the colonies in like full on war outfit, like his uniform. He used to pull up just straight up ready to go. George Washington was a thug, bro.
Like, George, it's 100 degrees outside. What the hell are you doing? And we're talking about very small matters in the town. We're not going to war yet, George. What are you doing?
They said that fool used to come suited and booted every time, bro.
Well, he was just ready.
He was
always ready.
Still ready, bro. He was ready to kill the redcoats, bro.
Yo, bro, he was ready to fight British tyranny all day, every day. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to George. Shout out to COD. Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. George Washington could have been in the NBA.
But imagine the president in the NBA dunking on fools.
Yo, yeah, you got to get out of there. What if he dunks on you in full war attire, bro?
Like, what you gonna do? I'm gonna just move to Britain, tell him all the secrets. Man, this fool George, man, they be planking on the west side. They be flanking from the back. That's what they like to do. They like to act like they over here in Virginia, but actually they.
Oh shoot!
Oh man. Speaking of, no segue. Atlanta woman's house was demolished because the demo team had the wrong address. Did you see this on TMZ?
Nah, I just seen the note you put in there, but that is fucked up. So does she? It's so fucked up. What the hell is so? Does she have to pay out of pocket? I'm sure she's got insurance, but I mean, bro, she didn't ask for that.
What kind of insurance would you have? Like,
right, exactly,
to accidentally get demolished by.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does she have to do now? She can't do much besides pay out of pocket, you know?
Yeah. So apparently, Atlanta woman, she owned this house. She hadn't lived in the house. She wasn't living there. The house was boarded up, but her and her family They took care of it. Like they did the lawn, they made sure the house looked presentable, but nobody lived there.
Right.
So she was away on vacation. She gets a call from the neighbor. And the neighbor says, "Hey, do you guys have construction workers hired to come do work?" She's like, "No, nothing goes on at that house." And she was like, "Oh, well, they're tearing your house down."
What?
So the neighbor ran to go stop them, and they brushed the neighbor off.
Wow.
They're like, "Get out of here." And so the lady had to call her siblings, I think her brother or her sister. She had to call her family and have them go with the correct papers to say, "Hey, we own this house. Y'all ain't supposed to be doing this."
Yeah.
The construction team looked at the papers, then looked at the house, and were like, "Oh, we got the wrong address," packed up and just bounced.
Wow. She gave him the paperwork after the deed was done, after they fucking demolished. Oh,
Because
that's fucked up.
the neighbor had intervened only after they started.
Oh, yeah, that's a good neighbor.
How would you yeah, sometimes nosy neighbors can be a good thing.
Yeah, right.
You know, because like if that would have happened in the hood, to be honest, I'd have looked at it and be like, "Oh, well, I guess they doing something over there."
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're just gonna mind your business 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
You know?
How would you feel if that were to happen to you, or you were the neighbor? Like, what would happen?
Well, I'd be fucking angry. That's not fair, bro. What the hell? Like, I spent all my time trying to take care of this so it can get sold, and then because an oversight on y'all come and fuck my shit up. What the hell?
Yeah.
And then you just bounce like nothing happened, like you didn't fuck up. That's the worst part of it. They're like, oh, you're like, bro, what?
They're like, "Oh, we just hit this deer, but okay, I'm out of here." No, I do. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, bro. We have feelings against nosy neighbors. Like we had a nosy neighbor growing up. I remember I used to get beat up, and the neighbor used to call the cops on me, on our family. Yeah,
Right.
we had this lady across the street at my grandma's house. I remember one time, I was a brat, bro. I'm gonna just keep telling y'all that I was a brat.
Yeah.
My uncle was leaving. I wanted to go with my uncle, and I guess he said no. He was going to work or something. And so I was crying. I was in the middle of the driveway crying. And my other uncle, he came and he dragged me in the house. Like I remember this. He dragged me and my feet was hitting the bricks and stuff. And he was just like, "Get in the house." So he
Whole dramatic ass kid.
I know. I was the worst. And after that, the CPS people came and they came to talk to us. Yeah, straight up. And it was because of the neighbor. And so I hate nosy neighbors. I know a lot of people do hate nosy neighbors. Like, and where we come from, at least in Sacramento, we kind of mind our business. Like, you know, we don't really associate with the neighbors or nobody. Like, we kind of just us.
Right.
And at times that could work out, but also like in this situation, it might be kind of cool to have a nosy neighbor or two.
Man,
You know,
what?
I don't. Do you have any nosy neighbors? You ever dealt with a situation like that?
I mean, here, nah, not really. Like here, we have very friendly neighbors, man. Like these guys around us have grown up with these guys, you know, for years.
Oh.
Like they've known they've known my cousins since they were young. So, you know, every time we come out, they always show love. So it's never really anything nosy. So, you know, they're really nice. Shit, they came and showed love after, you know, after the old man and stuff. So it's very neighborly here, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess we're one in the few because everybody else is just like, man, fuck our neighbor.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's different. In Sacramento, we don't really, you know what I mean? But it ain't really like a place to like. I don't think our neighborhood is the homely type of neighborhood.
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're going to each other's house and giving each other pies and shit or asking to borrow some,
that lady used to give
milk.
us pies. The
Yeah,
lady
see,
who snitched
what the
on
hell
us.
is that? What is this 1955? Like, who are you? I don't want no fucking cherry pie, girl. Get the hell out of here.
You know, it's funny. That lady, I think it was like, so she called the cops, and then afterwards, like at Thanksgiving, she gave us like a pie. And I remember my grandma threw the pie away.
Hey, nosy ass neighbor.
She got the pie. Oh, thank you. She walked in the kitchen. She threw that one right, the pan and everything in the trash can. I was like, I wanted some of that. Oh yeah. So shout out to nosy neighbors. You know, they're
Yeah.
not that bad sometimes.
Yeah.
And I remember that lady, her son was a crackhead. He used to break into her house to steal stuff.
Damn. Oh, no wonder why she was a nosy neighbor, bro. She was
Her
just,
life was terrible. She had to make other people's lives terrible.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna
Oh
let these
man.
guys know about my crackhead son. He's over here crawling into our house and shit.
Did you have any neighbors like growing up that kind of had like a reputation, or like what were your neighbors known for? Or you kind of moved around, huh?
Yeah, like in Texas, it
Mhm.
was just like you. We didn't really associate with our neighbors. We just kept to ourselves. So I
Okay.
truly wouldn't know. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? But I remember one time. I remember one time the neighbor across the street came over and I was chilling with the homie and shit. My dad had gone to work and we was chilling, smoking up and shit. And then she comes over and then they're chopping it up and then she fucking leaves with that food to go smash and shit. So, you know, looking like Desperate Housewives type shit, bro. I was like,
Wait,
God,
was y'all all kids though?
bro, yeah, I was like, we were like 16, 17, bro. And I think
Okay.
she was like 21,
Oh,
22.
so
Oh,
she was a
yeah.
predator.
Oh, yeah, she was a predator, dog. But, you know, at that time, I was just like, yeah, get that, dog. Yeah.
You better check your cousin, man. Hit him up, man. See how he doing.
Yeah.
Are you okay from the traumatic experiences that you?
It was like, yeah, I'm fine, dude. Right? I remember that. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was like, fuck yeah, dog. I
It was
remember.
it was downhill from there.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, nice.
We have
Oh,
Mexican neighbors back in Sac. We have
mm,
Mexican neighbors who they every function they have they fight every
nice.
function,
Hell yeah.
and then they be right back. And
Just going back in. Yeah.
they no they be right back chilling again.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
They always apologize. Like they're like, "Yo, so sorry about last night." We're like, "Man, we used to it. Like it's fun now."
Yeah.
One time that cops came and they shut the whole thing down and they maced some girl right in our driveway. That was pretty funny.
God,
Yeah.
it was
All I
pretty
heard was,
funny.
I can't believe you would cheat on me. Da, 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 da. And then yeah, it was so shout out to the Mexicans, bro. They be going crazy.
Man, what? Yeah. Shout out to your Mexican neighbors, your nosy neighbors. Shout out to all of them, dog.
Yeah. Next segment, we get into the mailbag. We've been accumulating some mailbag questions,
Mm,
and since we're joining them, we'll get some of the mailbag
mhm.
um done today. Yeah, this one was probably the dopest one so far.
Yeah.
But we appreciate all the questions. But what was a moment or situation that felt like fate or destiny? The way a situation played out, the result was so singular that it had to be fate.
Mm.
What say you, my brother?
So it always happens in hindsight, right? Like I don't think of it in the moment, but in hindsight, it feels like it was fate, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
and it usually for me, it turns out it's for meeting certain people,
Yeah,
right? Like when it comes to meeting certain people, especially during like a turbulent time in my life,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's where I feel like, oh yeah, this is kind of crazy. Like me specifically, right? I think last year I was talking to somebody. I was talking to this girl, one of my coworkers and shit. She don't work there anymore. But during that time, I had just gotten out of my relationship. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I had just I don't know, I was just in a very dark place. And then
mm,
when I go and I'm over here chopping it up with her and I go out of my comfort zone and I just start, we're talking or whatever, I get her number or whatever, and then we're chopping it up, bro. And just from there, right, it's kind of crazy because from there, maybe like a month or two after that, we restart the show again. So it's
mm.
kind of been like it's like a cascading, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
things that just kind of grew from there. And I don't just attribute just meeting her as like the catalyst for everything that's going on right now, because there was a
yeah,
whole bunch of shit that happened for this to be where it's at right now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I know that meeting her and talking to her, it got me out of my comfort zone to
Mm,
finally pursue this shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And not just talking to her, but in everything else. So
mm.
I think in terms of that, like especially like when it comes to meeting certain people, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I can think of like a true moment, I can't think of one off the top of my head because I always think of it in hindsight. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
I,
But
I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not talking about your situation specifically, but I'm talking about
mm,
in general. For anybody who is in like a long term relationship
mhm.
and then ended it, like And that that fresh out of a long relationship freedom.
Bro, what, bro? I was going
Freedom.
crazy,
Hey,
bro.
that freedom is incredible, bro.
That shit
Like
goes crazy.
like you in a situation, and maybe and if it ended, then it probably wasn't the greatest. But you in a situation, and you tend to like establish roles in a relationship. You establish a routine or a schedule. Like, okay, we go to work and we come home and we do this and we do this and we do this. Or if you're long distance, you make a phone call at this time, and and so you kind of your life is laid out for you. And then, but the relationship, it may not be if people break up, and then when you done with that, and your schedule is just
It becomes wide
whatever
open,
you want to do, yo,
bro.
yo,
Yo, you got to be careful in that, because as great as that is, you can fuck up really bad, because that freedom is so great. Like, you take too much of a good thing, you're
you
just gonna
know,
fuck it up, bro.
it's like your whole life is vegetables, and all of a sudden you hit the candy store with $1 million. It's just like,
You know,
what?
bro, what? Yeah, there's just too much going on. Too much. Yeah, nah,
Yeah, no,
that's real.
I've had that in the past, and I felt that, and that weight, getting lifted off your shoulders.
Oh my God, for real, bro.
Yeah, hey, let us know if y'all was in a similar situation, because some people was like married and divorced, and after you get that kind of routine, a 10-year routine,
Yeah,
and then you all of a sudden your schedule is free.
man.
Like, that's something that you can't buy that feeling.
No, you. No,
You
you
could have, and
cannot.
if you could buy that feeling, we couldn't afford it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
As for me, man, I just seen this question. So if I had seen this earlier, I think it would have been different. But um, just off the top of my head, right? I think the way that it turned out with me being in Samoa at the time that I was,
Mm,
you know,
yeah,
being
that's a
able
good
to
answer.
experience like it, because if you see it, man, like the music in Samoa wasn't like it wasn't big, or it wasn't as consistently being put out before I got there
Right.
and after I left. And
Mm,
it had nothing to do with me. It was just the way that the world worked. It's just the way that the island was, what time the island was on. But I think, me starting starting to rap in Japan and then moving to Samoa and then being out there and then having the music scene start to bubble and to
right.
come up, and like
Yeah.
being able to build that confidence with the music and being able to whatever, like doing shows and stuff like that. Like, to me, I'm like, had I waited a couple years and moved to Samoa, this experience wouldn't have been the same. you know
Mm,
Same thing with us being out there, like me and y'all, my core
mhm,
group of homies that I met out there. Like, we
mhm.
all was on the island, coming from different places at the same exact time. You
I
know what I'm
know.
saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like it just it's you can honestly look back at your life, and at every moment of your life, it don't even have to be pivotal. Like, it just, if you think about, oh, I'm in this great relationship, if you break it down to how you got there, where you came from, what you
Hmm.
was doing the day that y'all first made contact,
Hmm.
it makes all the sense in the world that
That it
this is
happened that way.
orchestra. And even, all right, we finna get real weird right now.
Please, yeah, talk to me, dog. Come on, man.
Bro, I be watching these old shows and everything, and I'm like, I'm glad I wasn't born in 1812 and died off of diarrhea.
Right.
Straight up. Like, like,
Yeah, dysentery. I don't want none of that.
you know, like
Yeah.
the fact that we here, the
Mm,
fact that, what I'm saying, like, the dinosaurs got destroyed and now we got
right.
gas. Like, all of
Right.
these things, to me, like, when I look at this question, I do this a lot where I'm like, there's no other like, how cocky, how narcissistic can you be to say this is all from happenstance? This is
Mm,
all from coincidence for us
right.
to to be here, to be living here, to have these, technological advances, to have health. Like,
Mhm.
if you think you did that on your own, hey man, more power to you and your confidence. But
Yeah.
I feel like we don't get here without some divine intervention.
Mm.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
So when I see this question, I'm sorry I can't get more specific because, to be honest, I feel like every step of the way was singular to me.
Mm.
From from being born in Sacramento to being born with parents who, can manage a kid like me to help me grow and flourish and, develop into who I am now, to give me to have parents who, um let's be real, in our culture, in our community, they not parents don't have the patience. Parents don't normally have the patience. Parents don't normally give you the grace of speaking out and talking back.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Your parents are definitely an outlier, bruh.
yeah,
Definitely an anomaly within our community, bro.
yeah. So everything from the parents that I had, the place that I grew up in, the situation that I was in, I think all of that is a result of, or is a singular to me specifically. I feel that way.
That's a great way to look at it, man,
Yeah,
because you don't have to break down just one particular moment as like
yeah,
a meeting of fate.
hmm,
Because every pivotal moment or even non-pivotal moment in your life
yeah,
has led you to this moment.
yeah. And it's
Oh
like
man.
it'll be situations where like you run into somebody and you like, damn, had I taken 5 extra minutes to do my hair, or 10 extra minutes in the shower, or
Hmm.
if I had, decided instead of slipping on my shoes, oh, I'm finna clean my shoe, or maybe I cleaned my shoes this morning before I left, so that added 10 minutes to my route,
Right.
and I wouldn't have been in the same coffee shop as so and so, and all of it,
Right.
like, it's,
Yeah.
you honestly, like, you could do this with every aspect of your life
Mm.
and be like, okay, that's God. That's God. That's God,
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, my answer is not really an answer, but it kind of is,
That's actually a really good answer.
Yeah,
That's actually a really good answer.
yeah,
Yeah. Because we don't have to, like I said, we don't have to look at one or two, like three particular moments in life
yeah,
where you just feel like it was singular or fate.
yeah,
Like your whole entire life was fate, bro.
yeah. Like you meeting me through
Mhm.
Helga and Sophie.
Yeah.
Imagine even before that, like the
Hmm.
fact that you even met Helga and Sophie, whatever events transpired for y'all to be in the same position as kids,
Right.
for you to then come to Samoa and be like, oh yeah, these my homies.
Right.
Well, this is my homie Seth, and now we at a podcast.
Right.
The podcast don't happen if you and Helga and Sophie wasn't homies as kids.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
literally that's what I do with everything. You backtrack it, and
Hmm.
that's why I got big head. That's why I got big
Do
head.
you okay? Let me make something a little more specific, right? Because this statement always bothers me, and I don't know how you feel because you're very into nostalgia, right? Like
Mhm.
when I hear people say, I was born in the wrong generation. I don't belong in this generation. That kind of irks me because I'm like, no, you belong exactly where you belong, bruh.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be here.
yeah.
You don't think that you're supposed to be anywhere else. You're here for a reason. So
Mhm.
this is where you belong. Stop saying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
You're over
used
here
to say
pining
that
for
all the
something
time.
that well, like
That was
and
my
I
favorite line in high school.
yeah. Yeah, and I hear it still, bro. Like, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
we pine for something that we think was better back then.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't take stock of what we have now, which is still cool. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You're
yeah,
supposed to be here. You
yeah.
belong exactly where you belong at. It's okay, dog. Let your parents be the ones who lived in the 80s and 90s, bro. You're a 2000s baby. You're a millennial. Get
Yeah.
over it, bro. It's okay.
I will say this to your statement. I do agree. I feel how you feel now.
Mhm.
I didn't always feel that way. And if I was to talk to my younger 15-year-old self, who always felt like, I wish I was born in the, so I could experience the golden age of hip hop.
Right. Yeah. Oh, what a nerd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Um, I would tell them that when you get older, you start to realize that you identify with with your periods more as the golden. Like to me, the 90s was the thing until I grew up, and I'm like, actually, the early 2000s was where it's at. You know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
that's how I feel now.
Mhm.
I used to feel like as a kid, I used to be, oh my God, I hate Lil Wayne and Gucci Mane and all this thing. And then now, like you get older and you start to realize, you start to appreciate the things that maybe back then you wasn't. So
Right.
yeah, I think it just takes some time. I think people who say that are just being a little, they're just exaggerating a little bit because
Right.
they love certain aspects of the past. But I think anybody who's got a little time under their belt, lived a little life, lived a little more. I would hope they don't feel that way.
Right.
Like you said, we exactly where we need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if there are certain aspects of the past that you miss or that you're just like, dang, I wish it was like that this way, then do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You can
And to
make it
make it,
happen for yourself.
to make it this way, to make
Come on, bro.
little changes. You know what I'm
Come on, bro.
saying? Yeah, yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
what a
yeah,
great question. God, man. Now I
yeah.
want to.
Shout out to
Man.
the Oos for asking that.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna skip this one, but what are your thoughts on long distance relationships?
So, so
We are
this
the
was got.
long distance boys. Let me tell
Yeah,
you that.
yeah, yeah. We're in a long distance relationship right now. Um, yeah. I just got out of one, right?
Yeah.
For years I had one, right?
Uh-huh.
Recently got out of it, and during that time I thought that we could make it work.
Mhm.
But it turns out you can't. I don't think you can if your goals don't align, if you're not on the same page, and if you guys are just moving in two separate directions. Like it just long distance relationships just do not work. You know what I'm saying?
Speak
At
for
least if it's like,
yourself.
yeah. I thought I could. I thought they could. I thought
Mhm.
they could, man. You think you just love each other enough and you can get through anything, but no, that distance makes such a huge difference. Like you want to be in close proximity to who you're with. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You want to at least spend like a year together in the same place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it doesn't shake out that way, then it's gonna be hard to make that work.
Well, we would.
What?
I'm just thinking about long distance relations. Like what? It be some stuff in long distance relationships that maybe regular relationships are looking at y'all like y'all crazy, right?
Right. Yes.
Hey,
Right.
I remember before I was in one,
Hmm.
and my homie, he was. It wasn't a long distance, but I think she was in like on the east side of the island, and we was on the west side. So it was
Okay.
kind of long distance, bro.
Yeah, yeah. This is
And
Hawaii or Samoa?
Samoan, and,
Okay.
and it's even longer with the 25-mile-per-hour limit. But
Right.
I
Okay.
remember them sleeping on the phone, right?
Mhm.
And to me, I'm like, the hell?
Yeah.
Bro, y'all was just sleeping. Like, first of all,
Yeah.
using your minutes.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then, but then once you in it, that's like, oh yeah, that's just
Yeah.
I'm a hypocrite. All
But
right, babe. All right, babe. Good night.
yeah.
Long distance relationships will have you doing the craziest stuff.
I'm saying, bro, what? Yo.
Oh man, you gotta be so descriptive when you in a long
Mm.
distance relationship.
Hmm.
You gotta tell them what you did, when you did it, how you did it, what you felt when you did it.
Man,
Like it's like
what?
explaining to a blind person about your life in the
Yeah.
day. I remember that, and I'm glad I don't have to do that no more. But I do remember like having a moment, like having things happen and being like, gotta tell her that. Gotta remember
Yeah.
to tell her that.
Oh shoot.
But I think long distance, it'll keep the wrong people around a little longer because you don't have to deal with them as much.
Yeah.
Like you could be with like a person that's not right for you, and if y'all are around each other enough, you gonna notice it. You gonna
Right.
notice, but when what they say, distance makes the heart grow fonder. So
Mhm.
when you're not with somebody 24/7, when y'all do get together, it just be happiness.
Right.
Like y'all just be so elated to connect.
Right.
You don't get enough time together to get annoyed with each other's presence. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly. Yep.
So I mean, long distance is cool if you can manage it, if y'all could visit each other frequently, if if y'all are the right people, distance ain't gonna matter.
Right.
You know, if y'all, but if y'all the wrong people, the distance is gonna help you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of,
But it's not really. Yeah, it's not really helping though. You think it is, but
but
it doesn't because it
yeah,
keeps. Yeah,
yeah,
it keeps you apart, so you don't have to fucking come together and be.
yeah,
Fuck. Fuck. I'll fight your ass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it just it feels like it helps, but it doesn't. You know.
And some people, maybe not long distance, but some people, their relationships work with distance. Like
Mm,
I know of a lady out here, who has a boyfriend. They live separately. She was married, he was married. They're older,
mm-hmm.
and they live separately, and they see each other. They go for drinks and whatever, and they spend time together. He comes over her house, she goes over his, and then they just go home.
That sounds like a great arrangement, to be
Hey,
honest.
but if you and if and like to me, right, when I first heard of this situation, I'm like, what the hell? But then we don't know what I don't know what it feels like to be married 25 years and get a divorce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
like my my opinion on the matter doesn't matter at all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, man, what works for you? Long distance, it could work if y'all the right people, and anything could work if you're the right people, I think. You know.
Right. Fair enough.
Um
I think
yeah.
that's why they do that too, because they were married already. They're like,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't want to live with another fucking person in my house again. I'm
Hey,
cool.
they felt that's that post relationship freedom. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
oh, oh,
That's exactly what that is.
man. What else is
Next
on the
question.
docket, my guy?
What songs make you feel like cruising at night with the windows down?
Mm. I have a lot of those, man.
Yeah.
One of them is one of them's "Through the Fire" by Shaka Khan. I don't know why that shit just. I don't know why, bro.
Marcus, every time I be trying to say you my age, you come out with an answer like this.
Yeah, I swear to God, like that's my shit. But if not that, it definitely some kind of R&B song. I listen to "Damage," "Damage" by her. I've been into a whole lot of like heartbreak songs, bro. Like that's my shit though. Like I'll play that with the windows down, bro. It's over, dog.
Hey. Are
Uh,
are you okay? You
I
good?
am okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I just really love that song, and I think it's perfect for driving around and shit. Just
Mm,
the way it knocks and shit.
mm.
But you
Uh,
know.
I think my number one answer, and honestly, whenever I'm driving at night, this is the song that I play, especially when there's street lights.
Mm,
You know, you're going by and it kind of feels like a tunnel where the lights go on and off.
yeah.
Street Lights by Kanye West is
Oh,
that's I feel like you can drive forever to that song. I don't know about the windows down because it'd be cold at night, but
right.
yeah, Street Lights by Kanye
Streetlights?
West. Yeah.
How does that go? I keep thinking
Street
flashing
lights
lights.
going, happen to be just like moments
Uh,
passing in front of me. See, I hopped
uh,
in the cabin. I paid my fare, but
uh.
I forgot the rest. But that
Yeah.
song can make me cry on a on a
Okay.
good night. On a good
Yeah.
night, that song will do it. So,
Hell yeah.
that song is probably my answer. That's my answer to any nighttime cruising song.
Nice. Okay.
So
Hell
yeah.
yeah. I expected like an oldie song. You know what I'm saying? You're from California.
Uh-huh.
California people here in California love their oldies. They're like, oh, dude, I play this song at night, and it's like some song from the '70s. I'm like, damn, bro. I guess I shouldn't be talking. I'm talking about Shaka Khan, but I'm
I
like,
know this is trying to
yeah,
make
they
somebody sound old.
no, but they talk about like they talk about some like
The
some
stylistics.
yeah some crazy shit. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, are you 85 years old, bro? Okay,
Hey, that's what we grew up on. I feel it.
I
I
hear
like
you.
oldies too, but
Yeah,
but
oldies is great.
specifically for this question,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a better song to cruise at night to. Honestly,
Mm,
I could be wrong.
okay,
What's y'all answer? For the people
for
listening, what's y'all
real,
answer? We want to hear some of y'all answers.
man.
I'll throw it on my nighttime playlist and see how that goes.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Last question we got for today.
Oh yeah, you can go in on this one.
So we got a question. What is the mindset that is hindering polys from elevating like other cultures?
Wait. What? That is hindering from elevating like other cultures.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know, man. Maybe pride in who we are. You know, we
Mhm.
think we're better than everybody.
Oh
You know what I'm
damn!
saying? Yeah, yeah.
They're
I met a
supposed to be
lot of.
pillars of our community.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm saying like I know like I've met a lot of Polynesians who feel like we're the best in the world at everything that we do.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else,
Uh,
and I don't know where that stems from. It
yeah.
just sounds like cultural pride, I guess.
Yeah.
But what about you? Where do you think it comes from?
I don't. Honestly, I don't feel like we're being hindered at all. Um,
Mm,
I think it's easy for us to be compared, or I think it's easy for us to compare ourselves to other cultures because we're so close in proximity
mm-hmm,
in the States. But if you actually look at the numbers, bro, we're like half of 1% of
mm,
population.
right.
Like you look at the black community. Their numbers far outweigh us in America, and also they stem from. They might not have a lot of connection to Africa, but they come from a place that's their whole continent. It's,
Mm-hmm,
it's mostly, you know,
right.
um, even like with Asian people, Chinese, Korean, Laotian, whatever, they stem from places that there's a ton of them, and they
Mm-hmm,
also a ton of them in America. So they have numbers on us.
mm-hmm,
You look at Samoans and Tongans, Fijians, and all Pacific Islanders. We don't have that many people in the states,
yeah.
and even to go further than that, where we come from, ain't that many people.
Mm-hmm,
There are more people in New Zealand. There are more Samoans in New Zealand than in Samoa, the island.
mm-hmm,
So you look at sheer numbers, bro, and you look at where we are and where other cultures are. I think we doing a great damn job.
mm,
Like the I know a lot of people, and we probably felt this way too. Like football is a little too centered in our culture because we
mm-hmm,
want to be known. We want to tell the kids that we could do other things. I get it. But the fact that there's a sport that's one of the biggest sports in the world, and we have established that being Samoan gives you it's a higher probability of you making it to the NFL.
mm-hmm,
Like a people where in American Samoa, last time I checked, 80,000, 90,000 people. That's a popular. That ain't too many of us,
no.
So I don't think we're being hindered. I think as far as what is expected of such a small community, I think we're actually above and beyond what we
Mm-hmm,
would be expected to do.
right.
And I just think it's the close part. We we grow up with so many communities next to us, especially in California. It's like we're naturally going to be like, why are they doing this and why are we still like this?
Mm-hmm.
So no, I think we're doing great. I think there's room to improve, but I definitely think we're doing above and beyond, you know, other cultures who probably had the same numbers as us.
What does elevating mean though? Like, what does that look like? You know?
Someone doctors, someone lawyers, someone, principals, and
Okay.
just having a little more power within systems. I
Mm-hmm.
would I would assume, because as great it is as it is for us to have so many football players and athletes, people do feel like all we care about is football, but we need to care about other things. And it's
Right.
true. It is true. We could definitely not everybody gonna make it to the NFL, and I think a lot of families kind of bank on that. You
Right.
know, but um, no, I
Well, then
think I
there it
think
is
for
right there. Then it's got to be like familial responsibility, right? When your family is over here pounding it into you, like, hey, if you're gonna do school, or I mean, if you're gonna go and do football, go do football, whatever.
yeah,
They don't really make you pursue other higher
yeah,
paying wages like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that could be another one too. Like what's
yeah,
really hindering us is like familial responsibility. Because if you're not gonna go into football or entertainment or whatever, then they're gonna get your ass over to Menzies so you can go cheat with Teresa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh. So I don't know. I guess we are, the way we think is just way small in scope. But I
yeah,
think everybody, in the grand scheme of things, we're still doing a lot better than people give us credit for. But I
yeah.
think
Then
within
we
our
give us
own
credit for it. I
that
don't
we
think
give
anybody
ourselves
else.
credit for,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely. But I think within our own households, like it's our families who aren't really like pushing us to become those
yeah.
big things. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
It's
And that's
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, a lot of it has to do with. I mean, if you have a kid
Hmm.
and you're watching TV or you whatever, you see ESPN and they tell you if you have a Samoan kid, he's 25 times more likely to be in the NFL. Why
Yes.
wouldn't you pursue it? I get it.
Right.
You know, I understand it. I get it. But at the same time, you know, in terms of elevating, I think we could focus a little more on academics. I think we can, you know, focus a little more on, you know, what is it, trades and whatnot, you know.
Right.
But I think it'll take time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my answer to everything. It'll take time, but
Yeah, I mean that
you can't.
applies to everything, bro.
Yeah,
And
you
and
know.
especially now we're a lot closer to getting to that mindset. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? This ain't 1987 where people are
Yeah,
like, get your dumb ass to the airport if you're not
yeah.
gonna go
Hmm.
to school. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like we're a little more like pushing our youth to be like, hey, pursue your interests. You know what I'm saying?
And to be fair to the parents, you know, like
Hmm.
a lot of people's parents wasn't born here.
Right.
There's a lot of people whose parents was born in Samoa, born in Tonga, born in
Exactly.
Fiji. So they
Hmm.
come from the mindset of, you know, at least I can speak on Samoa. Your parent was born and raised in Samoa. They're
Hmm.
coming from a place where minimum wage is $4, $5, $6,
Right.
and they come here and then they grow up and they see that their kid who's 18 years old and maybe not in football and maybe not the greatest, you know, grades, can go work at the airport for $16 an hour.
Right.
Like to
Yes.
them, $16 is a big deal,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So
That's
so
fair.
I, you know, it'll take for that person who grows up to work at airport job 16 and get up to 22, 23, whatever, and
Hmm.
then they have kids and now they realize this airport ain't nothing. How
Right.
about you go do this and this and this? I done did this route already.
Hmm.
You know, I didn't, you know.
Right.
So I think it'll just take time, you know, over we're real new in the country. Like there's a lot of people, especially in Long Beach area, you know, East Palo Alto for the Tongans, like their families have been here for a while.
Hmm.
But I think it's a lot, I feel like it's a lot of people here that they family, they our age, who was the only generation that was born here, you
Right.
know. So it's just gonna take some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. My parents wasn't even born here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my mom was born in Samoa, my dad was born in Hawaii. So
Oh damn.
I was the first one born in America, well, Hawaii, but yeah, and in America,
Right.
you know. So it's only gonna get better. We're only gonna get more, you know, knowledgeable about things and whatnot. And yeah,
Okay.
shout out to us, shout out to our
Shout out.
people. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we're pillars of our
Okay.
community once again.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think that might be it, bro.
Yeah,
I think that might be it, man. We tackled a lot of stuff today. God damn.
yeah, we
I had
did.
no energy in the beginning, but now I'm just like, damn, bro, I want to go read.
Oh, you want to
Go
go
work
lift
something.
some lift some bricks, bro?
Yeah. All the bricks have been lifted already. Fuck all that. But
Marcus over
yeah.
there looking. He looking at the he looking at the ring camera. Like, all right, they done. They done. No, they not done.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about? Are they done? Oh yeah, man, that was a great episode.
I
Marcus.
don't hear no commotion going downstairs. I'm not
Oh
gonna lie,
yeah,
I don't hear no commotion. So
yeah. Second hour.
second hour, I think we're
Second
good to
hour.
go. No, nah. Nah, man. I think we're good, man. We covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah,
Um,
man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you made it this far, man, thank you. You know,
yeah.
thank you for supporting us. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, you know, we got the Pasefika movie starter kit
Hmm.
out now on Apple and Spotify.
Come on,
You know,
bro.
go ahead and if it's too much for you to watch it, go ahead and listen to them watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You know what else we got? We got Way
Yeah,
Back Wednesday. All
let's
right,
get it.
for all you nostalgia nerds out there. All right.
Yeah,
The Uso Seth and the Uso Lance out here talking about everything that you know good and goddamn well you know what the hell they're talking about, okay? The WWF episode 2, you know what I'm saying? They was
W
talking about MySpace, you know what I'm saying? They was talking about
W.
MySpace episode 1. Yeah,
Yeah,
W. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
so yeah, we out here, bro. Things are happening, things are growing, and I'm friggin' excited, bro. And
yeah,
we're excited for the future, bro. And it's because of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know, so we out here, bro. We all out here.
yeah, man. I mean, other than that, though, man, we appreciate y'all. You know, tune
Mhm,
in, tap in, you send us a message, leave a comment.
mhm.
You know, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, man, if we done, brother, take us out, man.
This has been another episode of the Polytickin Podcast Patreon episode. I said episode twice. I'm Marcus. That's Sefa. You know what it is, man. We out. Go fa. Soy four.
Yeah, fine.
Fa.